position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Commodores will get us started with the opening kickoff. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Tigers offense will go on the attack first. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one, Dave.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority #1.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. He's got it down the middle. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. And in an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the ground, it's Durham. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Makes the catch. It's Brown. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
On the move. Breaks the tackle. Turning it on. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
To the air. It's Nussmeier. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Back to pass. Into the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing the rhythm and the cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down.
And he strides his way
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a drive there of 84 yards, they'll immediately call timeout. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Fitzgerald. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So Vanderbilt's offense will get the ball for the first time. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
And the Commodores line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game, and there's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
The Commodores send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking for a crease. It's Durham.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that play.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pulls it in, it's Brown. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down.
Now, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Looking for a man. It's Pavia. Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Commodores come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll send the tight end in motion. Using his legs, it's Alexander. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. The Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Starts a drive trying to go up top. The short hand, it's Brown. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, we knew coming into tonight they were going to try to find this guy throwing the ball. I had no idea it was going to be this successful this early. Guys, he's closing in on 100 receiving yards. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. He has been an absolute force.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Guys, LSU has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. LSU will get a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Now on first down from the 28. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. The short hands, it's Hilton. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. You got to do something to change this.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
The Tigers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The snap sets up to throw. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. And the missed connection on third down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Caught over the middle, it's Hilton. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Third down play from the gun. Snagged in the middle, it's Anderson. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud, Reese, and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
Offside, defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Line getting set on second down. Quarterback may change this route. Motion from the back. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
The Tigers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And that might be the break that the defense needed to try to claw their way back into this game. The offense is sitting there in the red zone, David. If they get a touchdown there, this game feels like it's going to be over. What a great job and phenomenal effort getting the turnover and giving some life back into their sideline.
Man, that's the only way they really could have got back in this football game. And as a quarterback, you have to know that. I can't make the critical mistake. I've got to get points. He makes the mistake, and who knows where this game goes now.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they've bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? The BayouBengals will... offense out onto the field.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Got his man quickly. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
It'll be a first and 10 from the 29. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Green. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. LSU with the first and 10 here. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. With the catch, it's Hill. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Tigers in the hurry-up. Wants to adjust the pattern. Now from inside the red zone. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Right back up top on second and 10. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Tigers. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
That makes the score LSU 21, Vanderbilt 0.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Nashville, and we've had a lively first half. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable?
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And the Commodores are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early.
There he goes. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
They lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Doors. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make...
Breaks into the open. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brings up 2nd down.
Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches. And those trenches have got to be good. You got to pick up those guys up front. They didn't do it, and they're getting their quarterback hit as he throws the football.
Caught in the backfield. It's Thomas. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Green. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Fires to the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, BayouBengals.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They go to the ground, fighting off the defender. Pass the sticks and still on his feet.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hoskins. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking for room, it's Alexander. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Caught in the backfield, it's Alexander. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on 3rd.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Here comes the heat. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Unleashes one deep. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go off. Road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Looking for space, it's Jackson.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Couldn't really get started there. Pick up a 1 to the 35.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll try the run. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, and really good third down situational defense. You know it's third and long. You know the pass play's coming. Defense was ready. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
So how good you feeling right now if you're on offense in this situation? You want to just play conservative? You want to punt it over and let your defense finish out the game? Or do you trust your quarterback to go make a play and win the game right now?
And they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run play action. That's reeled in. It's Fisher. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
A strike downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Pulls it in. It's Alexander. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To throw, it's Pavia. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Commodores are on the move. They'll run it on first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to...
Touchdown, Vandy! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The BayouBengals will run the offense out onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Running to Green. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback keeper. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.